To my channel and thanks for watching this video. Friends, we have already ended with one more interesting week, and let me tell you, irrespective of interesting, it is more of an important week because we need to understand lots of things which are happening, and it will have, or it definitely have, an impact. Now, this is the weekly series of USA Weekly Market Report, and there are lots of things which you need to understand beyond the numbers, because what the screen is telling you is something else, and what is probably I'm about to tell you will be different, right? So what we have seen in the last 1 week primarily is equity market is moving up and VIX has been falling down. So let me show you the chart of VIX, and so this is the 1 day performance -4%, but if you are looking at the last 5 days, you can see a huge fall. So this is I think this is 31st of March, where it was trading at 21.23. Now it is trading at 19. And if you're looking at 1 month chart, so as you can see from the highs of 7th of March, which was 36, it is down considerably, nearly half that has happened. And we have seen the volatility. It's not like the stock market is in a new regime. It's telling you that the volatility is going down. But is this the end of the volatility? That's a big question we need to see, because as far as I am concerned, I do have a fear that the volatility spikes again, because things are not normalizing. That's the big thing. That's the big cue that you can take. And it does not require a very high IQ. You can see the events and you can analyze, and it's all in front of you. Now, if you are going through some of the news, you can see all those things which stock market and us are going to avoid has been lingering on. So the thing is, stock market is not going to get impacted with similar kind of news until and unless new developments will come. So probably the whatever has happened till now has already been adjusted, but if things continues to become uncertain, or eventually new things will come up, right? So what do we have here? I don't think we have something specific, and one thing which you can see, that again Chinese regulator tells auditor to consider preparing for inspection, which means the Chinese stocks which are listed in US stock exchanges will again started showing volatility, because we have seen for example, stock like, this is not at all a recommendation or suggestion, a stock like DIDI has been falling down, and then again in the last couple of days or weeks we have seen a sharp upsurge. So with this kind of news, it's not going to sustain. Apart from that, we do not have much to talk about as far as the news is concerned, or which we may consider as something very important, because one thing is their uncertainty still prevails. So let's quickly go to the US market performance and let us see how things are going to pan out in the upcoming week. But before that, if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, just hit on the subscription button. Also hit on the notification bell along with the all button to get my updated video notification. So this is the snapshot as of Friday 1st of April 2022. Let us hope that the Friday, the picture which the market has shown on 1st of April, it's not going to be an April fool. So if it is making a fool out of us, then let me tell you one thing very clearly, and this is not a joke, that we are here for a big trouble. So do not, as a summary line, Generally people will give summary at the end, but as a summary line, let me tell you, do not carry forward or do not carry huge amount of positions in short term. Otherwise, if this will be a trap, this will be a trap for a big time. Okay, so as far as the Friday's closing is concerned, 139 points, Dow Jones up 40 points, Nasdaq up, and we have seen, let me tell you, we have seen huge intraday volatility on Friday as well. And S&P 15 point up, gold is at 1928, probably at the lowest end of the range, because the last low that gold has made was 1920, somewhere 1920, 1520. Then oil trading nearly $100. So there has been some decline that we have seen. Steadiness in US 10-year bond yield, and VIX has fallen down, as I have already shown to you. Apart from that, natural gas is something which, I mean, as far as the actual impact is concerned, it is huge, because natural gas, it was trading like $1 or $2 a gallon, and then right now you can see 5.7. And let me tell you, I'll also show you on the chart that we are here for a $7 worth of move, so it's coming. And as far as most of the yields are concerned, apart from 30-year, everything is in green, which means the short-term uncertainties push the yields higher. The US dollar index is indeed very strong, and until and unless this becomes weak, the DXY becomes weak, you cannot have any respite. So let's go to the chart, and I think I will show you the natural gas chart first, because this is one of the things, because of this Russia and Ukraine crisis. Natural gas, they are one of the largest producer. I mean, 30 to 40% of the globe is not a joke. So if the demand is rising, and we know that how dependent the European countries are as far as the Russian energy and natural gas is concerned. So this is the natural gas futures, and what do we have here? So the next target that we're going to look at will be 6.69 or 6.7, and once, so this is natural gas futures chart. Once a 6.7 has taken out, we are here for a move towards 9.53, and then we have 10.25. And let me tell you, the highest that we have seen in 2005 and 2007 is not at all a distinct possibility. It is indeed a possibility which is clear. So 14 and 16 is going to be the big target that we are going to look at. So this is how, or this is what you can see as far as the natural gas futures chart is concerned, right? So please take a note of it, because when actual commodity started rising, you will feel the heat in your pocket. So that's the most important thing. Apart from that, the next thing that we are going to look at, probably let us just check out the DXY, as it is standing quite firm, and as you can see over here, so a strong dollar will push the currency further on the upside. Okay, a strong dollar will push the currency further on the upside, and the trend is intact, even if we are talking about the short-term trend. So what do we have here, right? So this is what we have here as far as the downside is concerned, and this is probably, as if you're looking the candlestick chart, but if you're looking at the line chart, a breakout has already happened, right? So we are definitely moving. If the dollar index continues to sustain above 97.9, we are moving towards 102, and the next big target is going to be 104. So this is a very big possibility which we are going to look at moving forward. Now the next chart, although this is not in context, but I want to show you because this is very interesting. So this is the USD ruble, Russian ruble and dollar, and you can see after the sanctions what has happened. The ruble went up to 119 ruble 1 US dollar, and in the last 1 month it turned out to be the best and strong performing currency, the Russian ruble, and the kind of demand that's been generating through ruble, because we have seen, if you haven't seen, so you can probably go and check it out, that now the Russian president asked for a payment in ruble from European countries, and that literally increased the demand for ruble. And if you are thinking that the sanctions have imposed, yes, it does, and that's why we have seen a big and sharp spike in ruble. But then again, those who have bought ruble at 118, 119, they are making huge amount of profits because the ruble against the dollar has strengthened a lot. So from the highs of 119 to the current price of 84 ruble per dollar, it's 20% decline from the high. So the value has increased by 29 or 30%. So right now, what's the next support for ruble is 80. Okay, and it is equal to what we have seen in 2016 or probably 2014. Okay, so these are all the important things that you need to know, apart from the stock market things which are going up and this jingoism which are going, as far as the news are concerned, because we need to rely on the data, actual data, what is happening. And this is not me who is moving the chart, right? So once it falls below 80, the next support you have here is 67. So Russian ruble is indeed making some very big moves. Okay, so for Russian ruble to again depreciate, it needs to sustain continuously above 87. If it does not happen, then our next target will be 80, and then the big support will be 67. Right? So this is what we have here. Now let's go back to our routine work and let's go and see what the Dow Jones is indicating. Now it's not possible that your long-term trend, so this is long-term MACD for Dow Jones, which is showing negative trend, and then you see that suddenly the Dow Jones moved like 2700 points from the lows, or rather I would say 3000 points from the lows, and everything is changed. This is not going to happen. This is literally not going to happen, and that's why we can say that if things turns bad, you are in a trap. Okay, I was looking into the chart even before making this video, and I've been scratching my head that what the hell is going on, because the chart is saying something else. The chart is definitely saying something else, and if you do not understand it, then obviously this is your problem. So this is the price chart of Dow Jones, and as you can see here, this is the upper end of the range. We have an expansion till here. So if I want to include this thing, then here we are. We can include this thing. So there is an extension which is possible, right? There is an extension which is possible. Here we are, but we are here for a volatile ride, and it's been happening. So whatever you have seen, and that's why I have a doubt on this particular VIX thing, because VIX has fallen down quite drastically from 36 to 19, is indeed a big fall. But if you are looking at the chart, so this is the chart of Dow Jones. So if you're looking at Dow Jones Industrial Average, what you can see is in front of you. And I'm not making things up, that's for sure, because I have just taken the chart support and resistance level. So on the upside, you have 35,376 and 35,141. There will be some exceptional moves which will push the price towards 35, in between 35,770 and 36,195. But if it enables to sail through, if Dow Jones unable to sustain above 140, 35,140, then the next swing will throw you towards 32,000, and between 32,000 and 31,780. So this is a possibility. Please do not rule out, and that's why I have said that if the stock market makes us a fool, and if this is a trap, then we are here for some big trap. Now let's go to Nasdaq and let's see what's happening over there. Okay, so this is Nasdaq Composite. So this is what we have here as far as Nasdaq is concerned. Now Nasdaq, one thing is very clear. Let me show it to you. So for Nasdaq, one thing is very clear. I'm not going for any levels except one, and this is a range. As you can see here, so we have 14,200 on the downside and 14,524 or 530 on the upside. So this is the current range we have here. The Nasdaq is trading very near to 14,200. Let me tell you, if it started trading below 14,200, then it is not at all a good sign. Okay, so we have to see whether Nasdaq will surpass this range or not, whether it will start trading above 14,530 or not. If it is in between the range, then this is a critical zone and we need not to do anything in between this range. We have to take a decision either below 14,200 or above 14,530. And right now there are some mixed kind of indications that you will get over here, and even the daily chart looks overbought, both in Dow Jones as well as in Nasdaq. So please take a note of it. So the next week is going to be very crucial. I have explained you the levels, I have explained you the reasons, I have explained you the uncertainties. So please have your own research work for the next week, and do not take unnecessary positions, do not take heavy longs, because if we exclude next 2 weeks, it doesn't matter much for the long-term investors. But if somebody falls in trap, and more specifically the short-term people, then you will be in a big trap, right? So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching.